This is CBS 2 News.
Overseas now, across Egypt, they're celebrating the end of the regime run for 3 decades by President Hosni Mubarak. Fireworks lit up the skies over Cairo, and there were chants of victory from those who had been demonstrating against Mubarak every day for nearly 3 weeks. The celebrations came after the Egyptian vice president announced that Mubarak had given up his office and had fled Cairo. People are still packing the streets, as you can see in this live picture. The military has now taken charge of the country and the transition to democracy. But will the dream of democracy hold? CBS 2's Mike Parker says a Chicago Jewish leader is not convinced yet that it will.
The anger against the regime blamed for awful poverty, for unemployment, and a repressive police state, anger that fueled the revolution in the streets, turned to joy. They shouted and danced in the streets. Some lit torches in Liberation Square. They even climbed onto army tanks and celebrated with the army that now runs the nation.
Egypt will never be the same.
But exactly what will the change bring? That question reportedly has the Israeli government on edge, and at least one Chicago Jewish leader, the head of the Anti-Defamation League. Are you thrilled by it, or you get some concerns?
Yeah, I don't think thrilled is the right adjective. I feel for the Egyptian people in terms of the plight that they've been through now, in terms of living in a repressive type of situation.
But he worries the revolution might be hijacked by Islamic radicals who will try to turn the army's guns on Israel. A spokesman for the Chicago Council on Islamic American Relations rejects that theory. Although Egypt's Muslim Brotherhood party joined in the revolt in the streets, she says Egypt is a moderate secular nation.
The Muslim Brotherhood is a very small party. It represents maybe 5% of the people in Egypt. It will never be a powerful force.
Say what you will about Mubarak, he did keep the Israeli-Egyptian peace treaty in place.
Yes, he did. And it was as a result of that there was stability in that part of the southern part of that region.
The Israeli government is not saying much itself about the revolution, except to quickly demand that the new government adhere to the 1979 peace treaty. Rob, the Egyptian military says it is preparing what it called the next steps needed to achieve the ambitions of our great nation. No details yet on what those steps are.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what they are, Mike. Thank you.
We'll be watching.
Yeah, you're right about that. We have an update.